Hi, welcome to Learn English and Practice with Marie. Today we're going to do Advanced Vocabulary Builder, lesson number 98. We'll go through 10 advanced words and talk about their definitions, parts of speech, and review a couple of example sentences for each. We'll finish with a story and a quick review. This is a series, so if you like this video, subscribe for more. Let's get started. First, listen to me read the words. Anarchist, refute, misanthrope, parochial, compliment, bequeath, hardy, daunting, instigate, blasphemy. First, anarchist. This is a person who rebels against any authority, established order, or ruling power as a noun. A person who believes in, advocates, or promotes anarchism or anarchy as a noun. Relating to or supporting anarchism or anarchy as an adjective. So an anarchist is someone who believes in challenging government, authority, people, or positions of power. And a fantastic example is V in the movie V for Vendetta. This character, V, is challenging the government and takes some very violent actions in order to undermine that governmental authority. In that sense, V is certainly an anarchist. Examples are an anarchist's manifesto was found hidden in the basement, filled with radical ideas about dismantling authority. The anarchist movement gained momentum as more people grew disillusioned with the government's corruption. Refute. This means to prove wrong by argument or evidence as a verb, show to be false or erroneous as a verb, to deny the truth or accuracy of as a verb. So you might refute an argument by giving evidence to the contrary. For example, if someone was trying to argue with me and say global warming is a myth, that's something that you hear sometimes in American political discourse, this idea that global warming is a myth. I might refute that claim by providing evidence of rising temperatures, rising sea levels, emissions rates, things like that. Examples are, she tried to refute the accusations, but the evidence was overwhelmingly against her. His attempts to refute the charges were met with skepticism by the jury. Misanthrope. This is a person who dislikes humankind and avoids human society. It's a noun. So recently I've been watching the TV show House. It's no longer on the air, but it was quite popular for a while. And this series stars a doctor called House who is absolutely a misanthrope. He doesn't like talking to people. He doesn't really like interacting with his patients much, but he's very good at what he does. He's just very clearly not interested in interacting with others or forming friendly relationships. Examples are, the old man was known as a misanthrope, rarely seen outside his crumbling estate. The misanthrope avoided social gatherings, preferring the company of his books. Parochial. This means relating to a church parish as an adjective, having a limited or narrow outlook or scope as an adjective. So something that's parochial is limited in some way or having to do with church, Catholic, Christian, religious tradition. I know that when I went to Catholic school as a child, the word parochial would be in a lot of the bulletins, like the parochial news, and that word was used in that context. Examples are, the town's parochial attitudes made it difficult for new ideas to take root. In her parochial school, students were taught to adhere strictly to the community's conservative values. Complement. This means a thing that completes or brings to perfection as a noun, a number or quantity of something, especially that required to make a group complete as a noun, add something in a way that enhances or improves it or makes it perfect as a verb. So this word compliment can easily be confused with compliment, which is a word that is used for giving praise or giving specific admiration. So compliment, the word we're focusing on right now, can be used in a bunch of different contexts. One little context is that I'm wearing this headband today because it complements the color of my eyes. You can see that this headband improves the appearance of my face. So that would be one instance where we could use that word. Examples are, the bright scarf was a perfect complement to her dark winter coat. The new policy was designed to complement, not replace, existing regulations. Bequeath. This means leave a personal estate or one's body to a person or other beneficiary of a will, as a verb. Pass something on or leave something to someone else, as a verb. So typically this word is used in the context of death and inheritance and leaving one's possessions or money to someone else when you pass away. For example, a elderly couple might bequeath their estate to their grandchildren upon their death. That would be a perfect example of that word in context. Examples are, the wealthy businessman chose to bequeath his fortune to a charitable foundation. In his will, he bequeathed his extensive library to the local university. Hardy. This means robust as an adjective, capable of enduring difficult conditions as an adjective, of a plant able to survive outside during winter as an adjective. So someone or something that's hardy is strong, is able to hold up against challenges. I've been watching the Olympics recently, and the women's rugby team is certainly hardy. They are strong, capable women. So this word hardy definitely applies to them. Examples are, the hardy plants survived the harsh winter without any protection. The explorers were a hardy bunch, prepared for the challenges of the unknown wilderness. Daunting. This means seeming difficult to deal with in anticipation, adjective, intimidating as an adjective. So something that's daunting is scary. It's a huge task. It's something that's really intimidating. I know that when I was a student, I would often have the daunting task of writing really long and challenging papers. And I never gave myself enough time. I would procrastinate. So I'd be sitting there in my little computer lab and have the daunting task of trying to write 20 pages in one night. That's a daunting task. Examples are, the towering mountain presented a daunting challenge to even the most experienced climbers. The sheer size of the project was daunting, but they tackled it one step at a time. Instigate. This means to bring about or initiate an action or event as a verb. Incite someone to do something, especially something bad, as a verb. So the last time I saw someone instigate something was when I was on an airplane. We were stuck on the tarmac for hours. People were getting frustrated and complaining, and it was pretty hot. And someone near us started complaining loudly, started shouting, started demanding that they let us off the plane. And before we knew it, lots of people had joined in and were kind of causing trouble, and they had to let us off because it was becoming a problem. So that one person who took a stand first was the instigator. They instigated that push to try to get off that plane. Examples are, he was accused of trying to instigate a rebellion against the government. The controversial speech instigated widespread protests across the city. Blasphemy. This means the act of insulting or showing contempt or lack of reverence for God as a noun, the act of claiming the attributes of a deity as a noun, irreverence toward something considered sacred or inviolable as a noun. So this idea of blasphemy is taking an insulting approach to religion, to God, and it can be done in multiple different ways. So I heard this word quite a bit growing up in the Christian church, and it's this idea that if you say something that's insulting towards God, or if you portray yourself or someone else as being on the same level or as God, that's a huge problem. That's considered blasphemy, which is punishable and a big sin in the Catholic Church. Examples are the church condemned his writings as blasphemy, leading to excommunication. She was charged with blasphemy for questioning the long-standing religious doctrines. So, let's read a story for some extra practice and to hear these words in context. Lena was a hardy young woman who grew up in a small parochial village where everyone knew everyone's business. One day, she received surprising news. She had inherited a large, old mansion from a distant uncle she never knew. This uncle, it turned out, had been an anarchist, someone who believed in no rules and had been accused of blasphemy, speaking against the church. The villagers whispered about Lena's uncle, saying he was a misanthrope who hated everyone and kept to himself. When Lena arrived at the mansion, it felt daunting, like a place filled with secrets. As she explored the dusty rooms, she found letters hidden in a drawer. These letters revealed that her uncle's blasphemy was his way of trying to refute the strict, narrow-minded views of the village. He wanted to instigate change, to show people a new way of thinking. He had bequeathed the mansion to Lena because he believed she could complement his work and finish what he started. Lena realized she didn't have to be an anarchist, but she could gently challenge the old ways and bring new ideas to the village. With a deep breath, Lena decided to honor her uncle's wishes, hoping to bring balance between tradition and progress. So let's do a quick review of each word, and I'll spell as we go. Anarchist, A-N-A-R-C-H-I-S-T, is a person who rebels against authority or government. Refute, R-E-F-U-T-E, is to prove wrong with argument or evidence. Misanthrope, M-I-S-A-N-T-H-R-O-P-E, is a person who dislikes humankind and avoids human society. Parochial, P-A-R-O-C-H-I-A-L, is related to a church parish or having a limited or narrow outlook. Complement, C-O-M-P-L-E-M-E-N-T, is something that completes something else, brings it to perfection, or just goes with it. Bequeath, B-E-Q-U-E-A-T-H, is to leave an estate or a body to someone or to pass something down. Hardy, H-A-R-D-Y, is robust, able to withstand difficult conditions, or a plant that can survive outside during winter. Daunting, D-A-U-N-T-I-N-G, is something that seems difficult or intimidating. Instigate, I-N-S-T-I-G-A-T-E, is to bring about or initiate or to incite someone to do something, especially a bad thing. Blasphemy, B-L-A-S-P-H-E-M-Y, is insulting or showing contempt against God, or the act of claiming the attributes of a deity or other irreverence. So again, those words are anarchist, refute, misanthrope, parochial, complement, bequeath, hardy, daunting, instigate, blasphemy. Great job today. There are other videos like this on this channel, and more are coming soon. The goal is to have at least 100 videos, but there's going to be more than that. I'll put playlists and videos right down here. Please ask questions in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.